We are going to do a home box hit workout today, guys. Now the idea behind this is we're going to get a wee warm up at the start. We're going to go through some very basic stance and footwork with our boxing. After that, we're going to hit 5 rounds. Now for those 5 rounds, we're going to have one combination and then we're going to do one movement. So we're going to aim to work for about 45 seconds. We'll come back to stance, kind of let the heart rate drop down for 15. We'll get into our movement, 15 seconds rest in between. Again, we'll go combination, movement. And the last one will be slightly different, I'll keep you right though. And then last one, we'll just get a wee run down after that. So to start, guys, the most important thing is we get nice and loose and get the heart rate up a little bit. So we're going to start, we're just going to go for 20 high knees for me, okay? 10. From there, guys, you're going to drop down onto your back. You're going to get your elbows out nice and wide. You're going to go for 5 knee rocks, side to side. Making sure you're keeping those elbows in the ground, shoulders flat on the ground. And 5. Right, we're just going to pick ourselves straight back up again and straight back in. 20 more. From there, guys, you're going to go 5 hamstring kicks. And switch sides. Straight back into those high knees. This time, guys, you're going to go lunge forward, rotate over the knee. So we're going to aim for 5 off one side, 5 off the other. Keeping the chest up nice and tall. I'm trying to get as much of a rotation as you can. From there, guys, we're going to pick ourselves back up. And again, final set, 20 high knees. Finally, guys, drop down into the bottom of a squat, grab onto the toes, hips come up into the sky, drop back down. So that's 1 rep. I'm going to twist it around, guys. I'm going to show you 4 more. Hips up, hips down, up, down, up, and 1 more, and relax it. Right, with our stance, what we're going to do, guys, is going to aim to work from an orthodox stance. If you're southpaw, you'd have your left foot back, left hand up, you'd have your right foot forward, right foot up. But for the benefit of most, we'll go from the orthodox stance. So I've got my left foot forward, I've got my right foot back. I want the aim for my weight to be roughly in the middle there, okay? Maybe leaning a little bit as the back leg, but I don't want to be super heavy on that front foot. So I'm up on the toes, I'm then going to bring my right hand and my left hand up towards my chin, and the aim is to keep that there the whole time, okay? So this is our basic stance. Again, we're going to think very basic with footwork. Any place you move, you want the foot closest to it to move first. So if I move to my left hand side, my left foot moves first, then the right. If I move to my right first, then the right. So nice and simply, going left with the left foot, I'm going right with the right foot. If I go forward, I'm just moving slightly forward. My left foot is that's the closest to the direction we're going. And then similar back, I'm going right foot first, and then I'm going back. So again, we'll do that together, forward, back. So we're going to go left, right, forward, back. Nice and simple. Now the 4 punches we're going to work today, guys, we're going to look for our jab. That's coming out with our lead hand. So for me, that's my left. I'm going to punch out as far away as I can and snap it back to the chin. Back in. 1 more for me. Back in. Then we're going to go for the cross. Very similar, but with that back hand. My shoulders rotating through, my hips are coming through with that shot. Then we go into our left hook. Bring it back. So I'm coming at an arc with the elbow high as opposed to straight out like a jab. Similarly with the right hook, just going right hook around, and again, right hook around. Okay, nice and simple. We've got our jab with the left hand. We've got our cross with the right hand. We've got our left hook. And then we have our right hook. Okay? Now we're going to get into our first wee bit of work. So our first combination is nice and simple. It's going to be a jab, and a cross. So one punch, two punch. Okay? Our second movement, guys, is going to be a jump lunge. So a little pause at the bottom, then a nice pop up top. Okay? We're going to get ourselves started for our first round, excuse me, in 5 seconds, guys. We're looking for that 1, 1, 2. Okay, a bit more advanced, guys, put a bit more power into this. If you're very new to this, stick on the same spot. Everyone else wants to try and get moving. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. So I'm up onto my toes. I'm going to go jab, jab, cross, okay? Try and step off. Jab, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Make sure I'm not letting those hands drop down. And still try and add in some little movements here and there, if you can. 20 more seconds, guys. And back. 10 more seconds. Looking good. And rest that now. When I rest, I want to stay in my stance, get used to just moving a little bit in the spot, okay? When I shout down 3, 2, 1, we'll move into that jump lunge position, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, okay? Now we're starting our jump lunges. Again, if I go side on here, guys, don't let your chest collapse down. Keep the chest up as we hit our jump lunges. If we start struggling, make it a more conventional lunge, but let's aim to keep that explosiveness in this round. 10 more seconds. Three, 2, 1. We're coming back to stance as we rest here, okay? 10 more seconds, and we're going to go back in to that 1, 1, 2, okay? Back in to that jab, jab and cross. Ready? 3, 2, 1, okay? Jab, jab, cross. Now we might not have natural resistance in terms of a bag or a training partner, that's okay. You still want to keep that explosiveness and that speed with the movement. Even sometimes projecting in your head that you've got something to punch and work against will help pick up that intensity. 10 more seconds. And rest that there, guys. Coming up to our last set in those jump lunges. Again, come back to stance. Bit more advanced, guys. Keep moving. Anyone else? Keep your breath back with the hands up at the chin. Right, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go back in to those jump lunges. Keeping the chest tall, trying to get as much height on the jump as you can. 20 seconds down, 25 more to go. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1. Relax that, guys. We're going to go for 45 seconds rest here. This time get some water on board, let the heart rate drop down. Don't worry about the stance itself. So, next combination for me. I'm going to look to lead with the left hand. I'm going to go jab, bring it back to the jaw. I'm on my front toe, hook round the side. And as that's coming back to the chin, I'm hooking round with the right hand side. So it's a jab, left hook, right hook. In full motion, jab, left hook, right hook. Once again, jab, left hook, right hook. And you want to encourage that movement with the hips and shoulders to the hooks. Our second movement, guys, we're going to hit some negative push-ups. So I'm coming up to the plank, controlling to the ground, and just bringing yourself back up however you can. If you go for a full push-up, crack on with that. Right, ready guys, we're going to start our second round. Jab, left hook, right hook for me. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go again. Jab, left hook, right hook, okay? I'll keep slow at the start, so you can get a nice idea of how I want to move and the rhythm that I want my punches. Jab, left hook, right hook. Now as you get a bit more into the round, guys, you can start picking up that pace. Ten more seconds. One more time for a combination. And relax that, guys, back into stance. Keep yourself nice and light in the toes. Keep the hands up tall. Again, getting used to keeping the hands in the stance, up protecting our face. Right, we're into those negative push-ups, guys. Same for 3 seconds down at least. And if you can just drive off, that's perfect. From a side position, keep the glutes squeezed. And back up tall. Back up tall again. If you need to, you can do this from the knees. 2, 2, 1. And even if you're really struggling, 3, 2, 1, and then just relax yourself back into that rhythm plank, guys. 10 more seconds for me. And rest that there. Come back into stance as quickly as you can, okay? And stay up. Keep that little lightness, that wee bounce on the feet if you can. We're back in to the jab, left hook and right hook, okay? Ready, let's go. And I want you to keep that thumb pointing up on your hooks, guys, okay? Jab, cross. Jab. 25 seconds. Looking good, guys. Not long to go, 10 seconds. Get at least another 2 or 3 combinations in here. And rest that back into stance, guys. And we're into those negative push-ups in a matter of seconds, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go, guys. So a wee bit slower than I've just demonstrated on the way down. Make sure as we're doing this, guys, I'm not allowing the hips to stay tall and making this a just pure arms exercise. We want the full body control, the glutes engaged, so keep that squeeze, keep the abs tight. 15 seconds until we rest. Three seconds, 2 and 1. Relax that, guys. You can take 45 again. This time just rest, get some waterboard if you need it. Okay. Third set, we're on 2. We're looking for just a 1-2. So one of the most basic combinations, but that's one of the most fundamental combinations. So here, I've got my left hand forward. I'm going to push out with that jab, rather punch out with that jab. And as that left hand snaps back in, I'm punching out with my right hand, okay? So again, here, punch the jab out, replace it with that right hand. Okay, So 1, 2 for me. Second movement, we're going to go for an alternate toe touch. So we're looking at a little bit of abs here. Going to come up, meet the opposite toe. Hands come back, shoulders back to the ground, come up, meet the opposite toe. Okay? Now we still want to keep in our stance in between the little breaks. So we'll kind of jump as quickly into the starfish crunches / alternate toe touches as we can after that. Ready guys, let's get set. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're looking for that 1, 2, 1. Again, you're looking to punch out your arm as long as you can and then replace it with that right. Okay, if I go side on again, jab comes in, right hand afterwards. Twenty more seconds. And I'm just breathing out after we take my punch as well, okay? 5 seconds. And rest, come back to the stance guys, keep the hands up tall. If you're a bit more advanced, keep moving on the spot. Anyone else? Just keep used to that wee bounce, wee bit of rhythm. And we're going to get ourselves set up in 3, 2, 1. Right, we're into those alternate toe touches, straight into it guys. Coming up, meeting the toe, up, meeting the toe. Make sure we're not just kicking the leg up the hand, we're getting those shoulders and the chest off the ground here. Coming up to the halfway point in the round, should be getting a little bit of abs already. Again, encourage the shoulders and elbows to come to the ground to make sure we're not kind of going for a wee half reps here. And time guys, straight back up, straight back into stance. And we're going to go for that 1, 2 afterwards, okay? So again, I'm just holding in stance, 5 seconds, and then we'll start throwing those jab crosses out, okay? Ready? And let's go, jab cross. And this is where we want to try and build up that speed, guys. Apologies, I threw in an extra jab there. Old habits die hard, I believe they say. 20 more seconds. 10 seconds. Aim for 3 more. Time guys, stay in the stance. Try to avoid letting your feet cross over at one point or switching back and forth all the time. Keep that left leg forward, keep that right foot back. And switch guys, we're going to go into those starfish crunches again. And let's go. Now if you start struggling, coming up and even just meeting a knee, it's still going to get the abs firing. So don't worry if you're struggling to get up to that toe. Most important, my shoulders and my chest are coming off the ground here. For those who are a bit more advanced, just have to keep going with those starfish crunches. Not long to go, 10 seconds. And rest that there guys. Right, get a wee touch of water on board. Let the heart rates drop down. We have 1 more set to go until we're into that final 4 minutes. So this last one guys, we're going to go for a double jab, 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 and then from here my right hand's coming out round the side into that hook. Okay, so again, jab down the middle, jab down the middle, right hook around the side, jab, jab, right hook round the side. Make sure my elbow's not down or overtly high. We want it to be a nice bit of alignment. Wrist to the elbow. Okay, our second movement guys, we're going to go for 10 high knees. 1, 2, 3, up to 10, and then straight down into 10, shoulder taps in the plank, okay? So we're trying to pick up the pace there, get as much work done as we can. That's bringing us up to time quite nicely, guys. So jab, jab, right hook, ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go, okay? So I'm going jab, jab, right hook. Again, I'm going to start a wee bit slower so we can all see it nice and clearly. You at home can push forward, getting as many as you can. Again, jab comes out, then the right hook. As I build up that intensity. 15 more seconds. One more. And then come back to stance. On my shout, we're going to go into those 10 high knees, straight into the 10 shoulder taps, and of course we just keep that going, guys. As many sets of those two movements as you can in that 45, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 9, 10. I'm counting as a double as one rep there on the high knees. And bring it straight back up. Straight back in, into the plank. Keep the glutes squeezed, avoid those hips going side to side. And that brings us up nicely to time there. Back into stance, back into position. We're going to go back into that jab, jab, right hook in just a wee second. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jab, jab. Once again, I'm going to do it a wee bit slower. Nice and controlled. You at home can build up that pace, throwing a wee bit more if you can. You might want to just pick up the pace and almost be constantly throwing those punches out, okay? 5 more seconds. And rest that back into stance. And then we're into our final set of the 10 high knees, 10 shoulder taps, okay? Hold strong. 5 more seconds and we're in here. 3, 2, 1, let's go, 10. From there, straight down, into those 10 plank shoulder taps. And pick it back up, straight back into the 10. Straight into those shoulder taps. Back up, time for another 10. And 10. And that's us at time, guys. So get a wee touch of water, let the heart rate drop down. We have one last set to go. A tiny wee stretch off, and that's us done for the day, okay? So our combination, we're going to work on this last one, we're looking at 4 punches this time. Making it a bit more advanced. So I'm going to go jab, cross, left hook, come back with the left hook. So jab, cross, hook, bring it back to the chin, throw it back out again. Real time, jab, cross, hook, and hook. Now our second and fourth set is going to be an open bag, so I want you to throw whichever combination that comes to your head. You can mix it and match it for the 45 as well instead of sticking with the first combination. Those who are a bit more experienced, go off on the tangent that you know, throw what you would like. And some of the guys who are quite new, we can just stick to one simple combination of just working the jab cross again. That jab cross, okay? That brings us up nicely, 3 seconds, we're into our final round. So jab, cross, left hook, then left hook again. And time guys, let's get set into our stance, okay? Jab, cross, left hook, okay? Jab, cross, left hook, left hook. Jab, cross, left hook, bring it back, left hook again, okay? Jab, cross, left hook, bring that weight onto the front foot again, and then throw that left hook. 20 seconds, guys. Jab, cross. Jab, cross. Beautiful, guys. 10 more seconds here. Looking good. 5 more seconds. And stay in the stance. Remember, we're going into the open bag this time, so throw whatever combination you would like. Guys, you're a little bit more advanced, sorry, a little less advanced. The jab cross for the full round is great. Anyone else can mix and match. So I'm going to start with that jab cross. Let's go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, try and keep the intensity up there. We're into our last round, guys. We want to make this last round the best round. Now, as you get a bit more comfortable, I'm going to double up and make it a 1, 2, 1, 2. But any at home can be throwing completely different things here. And I'm just going to go for a few big rights. Five more seconds. And time, come back into stance, guys. We're going to go back into that jab, cross, left hook and left hook, okay? Again, keep your balance here. Keep the body facing forward. We don't want to turn our backs. And let's go. Jab, cross, hook, okay? Once again, jab, cross, hook, hook. If you're feeling this is quite complex, guys, keep it nice and slow to start. And as you feel a bit more comfortable, you start building up that pace a little bit until eventually you're throwing at a good speed. 15 seconds. Back into stance, guys, and we're to our final set of the open bag. Slightly different this time. I want us to keep punching for the full 45. So I don't want you to slow down. I want us to keep going, keep going, keep going. And if anything, pick up that pace for the last few seconds, okay? Ready, let's go. So I'm even throwing in some uppercuts because I'm a wee bit more advanced to throw those. But throw in whatever you would like, guys. Even if you're just standing, punching out the arms. That's perfect. I'm just looking for a constant work rate in this last 45, guys. Keep it going. Not long to go. Right, last 15, guys. Really start picking up that pace. Keep punching out those arms. If anything, build up that pace, guys. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax that there. Nice deep breath in. Breathe it out. Slow that down. We're going to get a nice wee stretch off. Calling it a day. So here, I'm just going to come onto my knees. I'm going to sink my hips low and stretch my hands out. Really try and drop your chest down to the ground, guys. Stretch the hands as far out as you can. And hold there. Going to take another 5 seconds. From there, stay in your position, guys. We're just going to thread the needle, so I'm going to extend that arm out. I'm going to try and reach as far away as I can. I'm going to hold for 5 seconds. And switch around to the next arm. and relax that there, guys. Hope you enjoyed that box hit session. Thank you very much for your hard work.